and welcome to Helen TV. And this week we're going to talk about money, 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 because it's not funny when you haven't got enough. Now, let me ask you, do you know what your incomings are and what your outgoings are financially? Are you looking to make changes in your life, but you feel that you can't because you can't afford to? Let's start having a look at your finances. These days, and I'm talking women in particular, they are a lot more financially independent than they ever were, than our generations in the past. They have access to a lot more money, yet we always say that we can't afford things. Market research that's out there say women are a lot more financially abundant and have now and will have in the future a lot more of the wealth in the world to actually spend and have as that disposable income. So what are we doing with our money, ladies, that we actually feel that we can't manage or we can't afford to make changes? I know that I left a very well paid corporate job and I set up my own business. My earnings cut down to about a third of what they had been. However, I found that I made changes in my life which were quite simple, that enabled me to continue with that business, to move forward and have the lifestyle that I wanted and still have the same things that I had previously. I was still able to go on holidays, I was still able to go on nights out, I was still able to do training and development, I was still able to learn and grow, and also I was able to eat and continue to pay my mortgage and have a roof over my head. And this was just by looking at my financial situation. In future series, I am going to talk to you about making financial investments so you start getting your money working for you. So it's not always kind of, I have to work to get the money, I have to work to get the money. That will be then later about creating financial freedom. This episode now is just looking at your current financial situation and taking more responsibility for that. And here's my tips to doing it. Number one, know what is coming into the household and then what is going out. So what are you actually spending your money on? Have you got lots of debts? Have you got loans, mortgages, car purchase payments, etc.? What are you actually paying out and what are you actually paying out for? If you have got debts, do you know what your interest rates are that you're paying on them, so you can actually see what interest you're paying, rather than it's okay, I just paid the minimum balance off, and you're just managing financially rather than actually taking responsibility to clear this debt and make yourself more cash rich rather than cash poor. So first of all, it's to take control of what's coming in and what's going out, and from those outgoings, what are you actually spending that money on? A really good way to do this, and I know it's really getting into detail, but it is actually to have some sort of planner and tracker to see what's coming in and what's going out. I like to have a look at spreadsheets, and when you do this, sometimes it's quite amazing to see what you're actually spending money on. The coffees, the going to Costa, going to Starbucks, buying your lunch from work, how much are you spending on clothes, how much are you spending on nights out, getting your hair done, all of these things are these areas that you could actually reduce your spending in. Now, the next thing to look at is how much money do you actually feel that you need to live on? And if you haven't got enough money coming in, you've got two choices. You either need to increase your income level somewhere, or you need to decrease your spending. But if you continue to overspend, you will not actually ever become into that cash rich situation and be able to make financial investments. You will always be in that situation where you're in a position of debt. So ask yourself, how much do you need to live on? And I'm not going to tell you you have to reduce your spending, but if you want to live that kind of a lifestyle, you need to increase your income to make that happen. If you can't do that, you need to decrease your spending. So let's have a look at decreasing your spending. There are loads of ways that are out there that you can decrease your spending and still have the same lifestyle. Chances are you've got a wardrobe that is absolutely chock-a-block with clothes that you can use, reuse, with different outfits, etc., you're not needing to go out and buy new clothes. Look at where you're actually shopping for your food shopping and your weekly shop. I absolutely love the markets, Aldi, Lidl, absolutely fantastic. Get all the same stuff, fraction of the cost. Now, the next one is just have a look at, maybe, is it time to sell some things off? You know, get out there on eBay and actually make some money from what you've actually got in your wardrobe. And even on nights out, are you finding you're spending a lot of money, drinking possibly? What kind of drinks are you having? Can you actually reduce the amount that you spend on a night out so you can still go out and have a good night, but maybe not spend as much? Maybe even think about driving so you bring your costs down, but you're still having the night out. Those are some of my tips to just start initially looking at your financial situation, looking at your money, and either looking how you can increase your income or actually decrease what you're spending, so that you actually maybe give yourself the possibility that you could make those changes in your life, because actually you can afford it. So thank you for listening to Helen TV. Leave your comments below, let me know how you get on, subscribe to the channel, and thank you for watching.